Hey, look everybody, we won the die roll. At least we're gonna win something today. God, deck, come on! I put stuff in you that's not land. Yeah, we gotta mulligan that. Oh, this is actually isn't that bad of a draw. I'll keep this. Um, Island. We might want to just throw out another island if we draw it. And nullify. The alternative is to just run out the phalanx. Not entirely sure what the right play is here. Against green. And without us drawing anything, this is probably the best play. Hopefully that holds off something. Um, Double green? Yeah. That's not a... I'll take that trade. I'll take it. Um, I mean, I think I'm just going to run out the servant and pass. You might not want to do anything. Alternatively, you could try to, like, shoot up the centaur with something next turn. And then I can just voyages end it the turn after. Courser? Jeez. Alright, well, he's drawing a Nyxborn wolf. Good to know. Sweet. Just kill that. And now we know he's drawing a wolf. Sadly, we are off our lands a little bit. I think I'll just take 3 this time. Because if I can Disciple next turn, I can get him for a lot. Or I can just, like, Voyages end it after... Yeah, I'm just going to take 3 here. I'm in no rush to not take damage, if that makes sense. And the last thing I want is to get, like, blown out by that. Cool. Cool, cool. What's in your hand? You get to keep 1 card. Show me the rest. He's also off his land, so I have to keep that in consideration while doing this. Because if he shows me like a 7-drop, a 7, or a 6-drop, a 6-drop, and a 5-drop, and then like a 4-drop, I'll take the 4-drop. Make him be required to draw more lands out for anything to get good. Alright, I'm fine with the 2 combat tricks. I have a Voyage's End I can probably deal with. Him like Mortals Resolving or Aspect of Hydraing. Aspect of Hydra is actually just straight giant growth right now for him. Jeez. And so you can do both next turn, which is something of note. So I probably don't want to block next turn. Maybe I do just take like the Mortals Resolve here. I really can't beat the Asp though. He is off his lands though, so he'll have to draw a bunch to get there, but I'm not putting a lot of pressure on him, so it's not like I'm racing him drawing land. I just don't think I can beat an Asp, honestly. The card's just so good. So I'm just gonna take the Asp. The card is just absolutely insane. And I'll offer the trade with my servant for his Nyxborn Wolf. I'm not blocking next turn anyways, and this at least lets me do 2 damage to him, and I also gain a life. He has Aspect of Hydra and Mortals Resolve, so I'm not blocking here. If he wants to go all in and just try to deal like 1 billion damage to me, then he can. But we know he has Aspect of Hydra, Mortals Resolve, and the thing that does 4 damage you can't regenerate. But that's not for another mana. Alright, I'd go to 11. He has nothing. Alright. Drew an Omen Speaker. I'm just going to leave up Voyage's End and I'm going to attack with the Servant. Right? Yeah. It'll gain me a life back. Unless he decides to go all in on killing it. I'll just pass. Another Disciple would be great right now because I can just grab a card out of his hand. Alright. Now, let's try to trade. I know he has 2 combat tricks. But... Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, no, wait. No, I did it fine. I think I'm fine with him keeping the wolf around. I don't think I really care about the wolf. And I'll lose my Disciple for that. That's fine. So that happens. Alright, now Immortals resolves. Which do I want to keep more? My Disciple or my Phalanx? Probably the Phalanx, because it has the higher power and allows me to trade better, I think. So this is when I bounce the Centaur. He also can't replay the Centaur this turn. And if I bounce the... put that on the bottom. And if he does... And he can't replay the Centaur this turn. That's what words I'm looking for. Which is good for me. Deal a damage to him. Oh, sweet. Alright. So I attack with the Servant. Get in for another damage. I get to gain a life. And I'll throw the Triton out. The Triton blocks the Nyxborn Wolf very effectively. If he hits a land, he's just probably going to rage it. Yeah. Alright, rage me, bro. Yep. I was hoping he wouldn't hit the land, but he did. But that gives me another turn to draw another land. And if he attacks, I'm going to block. Right? Yeah, I'll trade that off. Because if I hit a blue source, then I can counter his thing. Didn't hit a blue source. But I do get to play an Omen Speaker. And I'm still going to attack. I don't think he'll have anything with haste. Let's do bottom and top. So I get to draw something that lets me look at his whole hand basically next turn. This Servant is going a long way this turn, or this game. So he'll probably run out. Oh, no, running something big out. Ember Swallower? Wow. Alright, Asphyxiate is a great draw right now. Oh, I already used it. Crap. Oh, that's right, I was drawing a Disciple. I know what cards are. Yeah, I'm going to represent Triton Tactics and just run this out. Get the best card he has in his hand out of it. Hedonist. He can play it and pop it to get his mana back, which is not what he's doing, obviously. This Centaur's... all these cards are trouble for me. I think I just want to take the Hedonist because he can play it, and then the following turn he can pop it to make me sack 3 lands. And then I don't really think I can deal with that at that point. Yeah. The Savage Surge is good because it lets him have a combat trick, and the Swordwise Centaur is a 3/2, and that's a lot of power and blah blah blah. But I can't let him Monstrous that Ember Swallower because I'm pretty much not going to be in the game after that. Because even if I draw another land before he can do it, it's just going to be a lot of trouble. So I'm just going to pass the turn, which is sad, but it happens. So we know he has a Savage Surge and he has a Swordwise Centaur. And I'm just going to take it. Because I want next turn, if he does run out the Centaur, he's... Oh god, this guy. This guy. Well, I'm just going to pass the turn back. I can't do anything. I mean, at this point, I really don't know what I do. he has Savage Surge, so I can't even like triple block, regenerate Freaka's Cure or something. I guess I'll just block that. Then I'll regenerate him. And he gets tapped, so when he untaps, I draw, or I gain a life. Oh, you have, oh, it's just that. Um, well, I'll try it. If he wants to use a Savage Surge to save a Swordwise Centaur, then he can do it now, rather than later. Yeah. I'll still gain the life, though. And then I get him for 1 off the Servant here. He has no cards in hand. That's not a bad draw. It's a little bit annoying because I can't, I guess I attack with the Servant, play out the Chorus of Tides, and then I can triple block one of these two, unless he hits a land. If he hits a land, then I probably just dead. Yeah. Because this gains me a life in a non-zero amount of time in the future. Then I can play out the Chorus of Tides. Yep. Oh, that's 3 power. Well, that's a misplay, everybody. I don't know what my brain did there. It assumed that the Servant could just make it through. I should have just left the back. Because there goes one of my blockers that I could have, like, forever. Ugh. I don't know what my brain was doing there. Alright, blockers. If I can triple block like the Ember Swallower, and I lose something. Like, no matter how I block, I'm going to lose something. If I want to kill something. I'm either going to single block here, and then take 8. I can triple block one of them and kill it, and then he only kills one of the cards. Yeah, I like that, I think. What's the most annoying thing? Probably the Ember Swallower. And if he has a trick, well, he top decked it, so good for him. Yep, that's the right choice. Kill the Chorus of Tides. Do you have a trick? Or are you debating what you want to block? I don't know. Either way, I take 7 here. And then I go... He's doing something? What's he doing? I saw a flash. Anyways, so let's say these blocks resolve the way they are. This gets off the board, and then I have 2 blockers for the next turn. Oh, rise to the challenge? Jeez. Yeah. You drew a combat trick when you needed to. Griptide? Nope, doesn't help me. Jeez. Is my deck just not good? It's entirely possible my deck's just not good, and I'm just playing the wrong deck. Is the white-black deck the way to go against him? That gives me the most ability to just kill his big dudes. Yeah, I think I have to do that. Because Flyers isn't going to work against a deck that's running multiple... what are they called? Words are not working right now for my brain. They have multiple Nessie Nasps. And, alright, so I'll bring in that. And I just don't think we can deal with multiple Nessie Nasps, honestly. Let's put the lands off to the side so I'm not miscounting how many cards I have. And I'll bring that in. I mean, this way we get ways of getting life and pumping our guys. We have another way of killing stuff. What is that? Oh no, I don't want that. What do I want instead? Probably a Voyage's End. This isn't good against like a billion creatures. Um, and you want to be splashing it in a deck that is running a lot of blue, not in a deck that's running a lot of black. I think we can try this. We'll cut the Pegasus and bring in a Necrobite because it's really good against huge creatures. And that seems like what he wants to be doing. He's just making stuff that's just bigger than what I can deal with. Yeah. This'll do. Alright. So, hold on. Add land. Suggest. Bring in that and that. No. I want to add land. One more planes. And we'll run that. Alright. This is a hand. We're not going to mulligan it. I get a turn 2 play, and it can probably trade for his turn 2 play. And of course we'll run out the swamp first, because we have the cure in case you draw another swamp. Because if we do that, then we'll just do that. Let's run out the Sky Guard. Why not? We don't really have a lot of ways of targeting it, but it can start getting in there for a non-zero amount of damage. Okay. We can run that, and then I'm going to run out the Phalanx, because I think it's better than just leaving up a cure. Ugh. Well, we know he's drawing a Rage of Perforos. Alright. We can attack with this and this, and if he blocks Cure, we can also just do that and leave up Cure. The alternative plays are just attack with the Sky Guard, leave up Necrobite, and Divine Verdict, depending on what he does. And we also have the option of playing out the Disciple for getting half of his hand. I think I'm going to save the Disciple for later, so I can get like a bigger chunk of his hand. Hopefully a land doesn't pop up on top there next time he draws a card. I think I'd rather attack him with a lot of stuff and hope we can cure, rather than not. So let's do that. Now let's see if he wants to take 4, which isn't a big deal at this point in the game. Yeah. I was really hoping I could cure the Crewfix. Alright, so he's got a Rage of Perforos. Yeah, you gain your life. So he has a Rage of Perforos in hand, so next turn he can hit, if it's a land drop, he gets to do that. He's not even going to bother attacking? Jeez. Alright, well, we hit a land. Well, we know he has a Rage in hand. What does he have for this mana? I think he has a trick, and he's expecting me to do the same play again. And he's going to try to blow me out with the cure, but I can just get him with the Necrobite. Unless it's the indestructible thing. In which case, we spend a card, he gets a card, we break even. And we still get to leave up Cure as well. Unless he blocks, in which case we're spending a card anyways. So let's attack again. Now here's the question. Do I pass priority and let him use his trick to kill it? Or do we just let him bounce and then I cure post-combat and he has to use a trick to save it? I think I just want to use up the Necrobite now. Because if I draw a land next turn, I can leave up multiple things. So let's do that. Alright. So the play was to let damage resolve. Oh well. We got a trick out of his hand. He has a lot of those. He currently has +1/+0 on first strike, as well as rage. You could just rage this right now. That might actually be just the strictly right play. A Faragax Giant? Jeez, this guy. No, I'm not going to put counters on it. I'll just take the 5 at the face. Nope. Alright. What do we get? Servant. Awkward. So I can attack with both again. Run out the Servant. If I run out the Servant, then it's just, I need to wait a turn before I block with it. I think I want to leave this back and just trade. So I think I'll just hit with 1, play out the Servant. If he doesn't like the Servant, he can Rage of Perforos it. We have 2 of the cards in his hand right now. We can just play out the Disciple though right now. Or do you want to get, because next turn he'll probably just draw and play that. Yeah. Let's just run out the Disciple right now. See what he has in his hand. Because we know 2 of the cards. Let's see if we get to see them. Yeah, there's one of them. There's the other one. And he also has a Savage Surge. Okay. They're all really good cards. This guy's deck's pretty good too. So let's see, Savage Surge, Rage, or Coordinated Assault. If I take the Rage, I don't think I want to take the Rage, because the Rage he has to spend his whole turn to kill a creature, or with either of the other cards he can like ambush me or something. Well, not really ambush me, because I can play around them at this point. I think I'll take the Coordinated Assault. No, this gives one of his creatures basically Vigilance, but that one also makes it, makes blowouts happen. This is difficult. He's basically going to be killing my creatures. That's what I'm gathering from this situation. I really need to leave up Verdict next turn, because now that I know he has all combat tricks. But if I know he has all combat tricks, I can take the Rage. And I can just not block next turn. I can take some damage from the attacks that he might make. And Fall the Hammer. Jeez, this guy's deck. Alright, well, this guy, he opened a pretty good pool. We seem to be a little bit light on removal compared to him, but oh well. Because you can't hear him at the door. So you guys are seeing what's happening before I do. Oh, he just attacked with both, with complete reckless abandon because he has two top tier combat tricks. Seems good. Alright, well, I'll let it happen. You get a centaur. And I also have a centaur, but his is cooler. Um, I, this sucks. This is one of those, like, basically impossible situations. If I had one more land, then I'd be set, because I could just have these up, I can block, like, these two, and then he'll do a combat trick, and I could blow him out and laugh all the way to the bank. I mean, this centaur doesn't do anything, because he has two tricks. I think I just have to pass. I just Divine Verdict him, or Cure him, or whatever. This sucks. I just straight can't do anything right now. And he has two tricks that I have to play around. And he's going to draw an Asp next turn. He has Follow the Hammer now. Jeez. He just has all the beef. Okay, so let's make a plan here. Blocks. I can put the return phalanx on this, and then just go chump chump. That'll probably make him use a trick on that. But if I do that, I think I can go block, block, block. That way he has to use the two tricks, but he can just use no. What I'm trying to make a game plan for is how I can make him use as many tricks as possible. So then the Freakish Cure or the Divine Verdict work really, really well. The issue is it's really difficult to force him to use multiple tricks because he has a 2-4, a 3-3, and a 3-2, and I have a 1-3, a 3-3, and a 1-1. And I'm unable to use like stuff really well. I think I just have to block the phalanx on the Swordwise Centaur. And then hope he goes all in on combat tricks that kill me this turn. Because he can use the two tricks that we know, and that's lethal. At which point I can then Divine Verdict one of them. We should have perfect information on his hand at this point, right? Basically. He has Savage Surge, Follow the Hammer, the 1-mana thingy, and then one other card that he hasn't shown us yet. Let's do that play. Where he... If he wants to try to kill me, he can. And then I'll Divine Verdict something. He'll, in response, Follow the Hammer to kill something. This is just one of those impossible situations, I think, for us to get out of. And I'm trying to think through it, and I'm almost out of time on the clock as well. Let's just... no. Let's put you there. Skyguard off. Let's just do that. All right, so what do you have? Coordinated assault? Resolves. Okay. I can't cure this. If I cure this, it dies. Or he just Savage Surges it and nothing happens. So I just get a 1-for-1 out of it. So I think I have to Divine Verdict that. Leave up what looks like a Triton Tactics. It's not a Triton Tactics. I didn't open one. This is the Mortal's Resolve? That was the other card he had? There's probably somebody at their monitor right now saying, I totally saw that. That's like totally what he had. We looked at his hand. Oh well. I go to 5. And I draw. We get it. You're about to win the game. Voyage's End. The card that would have helped so much last turn. Yeah, that's game. Sorry, folks. We will be continuing playing because I want to get practice. Yeah, I don't know what my issue is. I've been on a really dry streak lately. I've been just not being able to play well, or what? I don't know. I'm probably just gonna find myself grinding Magic events for the next couple days, for the next week actually, trying to get ready up until Montreal because I want to be on form at Montreal, not herp derping around. But yeah, I'll see you guys in round 3. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'm not scaring anyone off with my terrible play. Oh, good.